Are you there? Are you guys all in there? Wow. Welcome to the studio. You can see we have the fire going. It's going to be a great night. We have some sparklies happening, and it's going to be a great night. So thank you so much for joining me. As you know, I did not get to go on my trip to Dallas, Oregon. Got a call this morning, first thing saying that there was some road closures and snow in places. And the way this was working, we had some reps flying in from different parts of the three-state area, some people driving over passes. And I got a call from the guy at the factory saying, hey, don't want to risk your life. I would be driving 6 hours to get there. So it was quite an interesting way of ending the preparation for that. I was all packed, spent a ton of time yesterday getting ready. So anyway, I am here and we are going to do not just 2, not just 3, we are going to do 6 gift ideas tonight. We're also going to look at the new version 7 of FilMIC Pro. And yes, I did download the new version. I have a 30-day trial, and we'll take a look at that. I'll let you know if that is in my list of gift ideas. And so, but I wanted to get your comments on the ambiance in here. So if you guys like it, not like it, I have actually 2 different ways to go tonight. So we switch over to camera 2. Let's try this right now. Change some lighting here. Finish that transition. Not sure what's going on here. I have this view as well. So you can see I have a different layout here. Let's widen this shot just a little bit more. And so I don't use this view very often. Don't have my logo on here. Let's get the logo on the screen. Not sure why I don't have my logo up there, but there you go. So have this view as well. The light's a little bit different, but I did want to use a different angle tonight just so you guys can see some of the decorations have changed. I got the snowman up there and still have Mr. Pelican up there. But again, so welcome to the studio tonight. You can see the stream over my shoulder. And again, if you haven't been here before or you're tuning in after this went live, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed in order to chat tonight, you will have to subscribe. And we are going to put chat on the air here and say hi to everybody in just a moment. But we'll be working from a couple different camera angles tonight. So I hope you guys will enjoy the different switch up. But I do like the fire over my shoulder. So we're going to go back to that look here. Rotate over and change our light back to this. So again, welcome to Life Journey Production Studios. My name is Keith, and we have a great show tonight. Hopefully you guys will join it and in the chat and talk about your maybe some of your gift ideas before we get off the air tonight. I'm not in any hurry tonight, so we might go a little bit. We are not having a post show. Spent pretty much the most of the morning unpacking because I was all packed up, literally suitcase packed, gears ready to go load into the SUV. SUV was situated, tire pressure was checked. I mean, it was within 30 minutes of that phone call, I would have been on the road to Dallas, Oregon. And as it turns out, I did not get to do that. And I'm here. So let me know that everything sounds good and looks good. I do have my other glasses on. So let me just double check the main view here. Go to program. Yeah, I look a little blurry. What's the deal here? There we go. Not sure what's happening to autofocus, but I apologize for that. I did have all these cameras down, and so I may have tweaked something in this camera. So sorry about the blurred look, but now you have a better view. I'm sure there's all kinds of notes to me in the chat that it was blurry. And so hopefully we will get this. Obviously, iDetect is not working on that camera, so I'll do my best job of looking at that, and it looks like it's in focus, so let me know in the chat. So let's do this. Let's just bring some people up here, and let's just make sure we're ready to go here. Put chat on the air. Get my mouse here. So let's do some work here. Get back up here to the top. Okay, so thank you, DJ Ware, for that little comment. I actually would have enjoyed the trip, enjoyed the fact that I got to stay home and prepare for live tonight. So I said that earlier. He was in the chat before we got live. So let's just say hi, Freddie. It's good to have you, DJ Ware. We've got Joe here. It says, I hear jingle bells. Yes, I did put some jingle bells in the pre-roll. So, Joe, that was just for you, being that you love that track, and that track is going to go bye-bye for Live 2023, FYI. Let's see here. Hello, TVJ. Thanks for joining me. And I did hear from Tony earlier. I did email a couple of you, and then I ran out of time dealing with decorating in here. But I think Tony has a dinner engagement tonight. Let's see. Good to see you here, David. Thank you so much for joining me. I think, let's keep going here. I just want to say hi to everybody here. Oh, I'm not sure if I've met you before, but hi. So let us know where you're from. I think it's Tristan. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you will enjoy this live stream. I think we've been, if I remember right, you have been asking me questions about the Hyperdeck, but I have not remember seeing you on live. Maybe you have been live with me before, but thank you so much for joining us live. So just finished saying hi here to everybody. It's great to see you, Bill, as always, and thank you for letting me know where you are. And yeah, I have my festive red on and getting ready. It's not November, hasn't rolled yet, but I'm ready for the holidays, and had a great week this week with lots of family and house full of people until just like a night before last. So crazy, crazy week. Good to have you here with us tonight, Hank, as always. It's great to see you. And then I have MCon here. Thank you for joining me, and appreciate having you. Looks like we are having some new guests tonight. So let me go back up here and just see if there are any questions in the chat that I need to address. TVJ says he's remodeling in the basement. That's cool. You'll have to tell us a little bit more about that. I hear you hearing me in the basement. That's really cool. Let's see. Joe asked me, where's the Santa puppet? Well, Ratso will be with us next week as scheduled, and have a special show that we're going to do next week. Have an item coming in the mail I'll talk about later. It's on its way. It says it's shipped, so hopefully that'll arrive, and we will have Ratso in the house next week. That will be fun. Also next week is going to be our face-to-face post show. What does that mean? That means that we're not going live in the post show, but I am going to do a Zoom event. So we're going to do the post show. Ratso is going to make an appearance in the post show, and that post show will not be broadcast on YouTube. It's going to be a Zoom meeting. So how do you get involved in that? Come back later tonight and subscribe to my contact list and let me know that you would like to be invited. I'll email you an invitation next week with a link to the Zoom meeting. I'm probably going to email out that link just before the event, so keep that in mind. That will be next Tuesday at the post show. We will be live for the live show, and Ratso will be making an appearance there as well. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad that things are crystal clear tonight, even though I had a little bit of blurry image to start out. Thank you, David. I'll take that as a compliment from you. So it's fun to do things different and change the studio up. Actually, probably was looking forward to tonight's live more than I have been in a while, just because something about changing the atmosphere. My son's doing that next door. We're going to go shopping, and he's going to decorate up his room. And it's just that time of year you need to change things up, and I'm having fun doing that. Yes, Christmassy or holiday-ish. My wife's been watching Hallmark movies, as well as there's a new channel, Something Family, and so it's very much Christmassy in my house. You saw that in the intro still image. The fireplace is all decorated up, so lots and lots and lots of fun. A bit of buffering. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Thanks for the update. I'll do my best, Jay, to get you a new toolbox for Christmas. That must be in that project downstairs. So cool. Dallas, Texas is warm and no snow. Well, Dallas, Texas has a tendency to not have much snow, I would say, Tristan. So that is cool to know. I haven't currently joined the witness protection, but maybe I need to. Joe, let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, it's Tom Neeson, first live session. Well, thanks for joining me, Tom. Hopefully you can go back and check out some of the other lives. We tried to talk mainly about live streaming tech here. The cat is out of the bag. I do have a little history being a ventriloquist, and so when I say the name Ratso, that means that he will be making an appearance next week, but we'll keep you from having to tolerate that tonight. And my wife is watching Christmas movies all the time. Yeah, Jay, you and my wife, your wife and my wife should get together so that we can go do something besides watch Hallmark Christmas movies. There you go. So that's what Jay's doing in his basement. He talked about it on his live stream last night. I got to tune in at the very beginning, but I've had some commitments in the evening this last week. And so I had to bail on that live, but I did get a chance to be in the beginning of Jay's live. So check out his channel. He's currently working on a theater room, which is really cool. I built a theater room as well a while back, and I have to say, it was an absolute blast. So, okay, well, we're going to off the chat there for a few minutes, and let's see. Let's talk just a little bit. A while back, I got an email alert saying that FilMIC Pro version 7 was coming out. I was excited. I had heard about them making changes. Some of those changes had been asked by lots of us that use it. If you don't know what FilMIC Pro is, it's an app that's been available. I've bought some of the accessories, the add-on packs, and pretty well is dialed it in. I use it to meet my screencast tool while I'm in live in the studio. So I can go around the desk. There's latency, so it's probably not the best way to talk live, but if you're just showing your studio, doing a tour, or like tonight, I will be screencasting in order to show you version 7 of FilMIC Pro. And I did download the app, and I did take a good, strong look at it today. I posted a video in the comments below. I'll also be adding later tonight all 6 items that I'm recommending for Christmas gifts. And obviously, if you use the Amazon links that I put there and provide there, you'll be able to not only purchase those items at the same price, but you'll be able to support the channel with a little income as well. So we appreciate anytime you do that. So I wanted to just say that I did go ahead and download it, and it's about, I think, the discount that I would get if I did a year subscription, because it is going from a purchase model to a subscription model. So I thought, you know, they did the official release this week. 7's out. I am a FilMIC Pro user. I've used it to shoot from my iPhone. I love the ability to do all the extra things that you can do. It really unlocks the iPhone. Plus, it has the ability to do clean video out so that you can use it as a camera in your studio. Tonight, I have that turned off so that you guys will be able to see the screen in FilMIC Pro. And then I have FINIC over here and Boba Fett that are going to be our helpers as we go through the screen. We're going to do that here in just a second. So I have 30 days trial, I think, about. So we'll see how that goes. I probably will go ahead and purchase it. I do like some of the features. I do like the updated look. It's a little bit more intuitive. It has some extra controls. So let's just go ahead and talk about that right now and just dive in. So let me screencast my phone here. We're going to change inputs so that I can bring that on the air with you guys. And let me screencast. So Jay, I was going to say, this is my home theater that I built when we moved into this house. So it's now my studio. So quite a fun journey, building a new house and then being able to take a room like this and dial it up. So let's just make sure everything's working here. There we go. And then let's see, we're going to open up a super chat here. And one of the things that I wanted to do is start a little bit more demoing the software for Blackmagic Design. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this over and cut to me and my desktop, my laptop. So there you go. So you can see I'm on the air. I don't want to make any mistakes here. But so SuperSource is right here, and I have SuperSource on. And but this is a example of what happens when you have an Extreme or the new MEs that have SuperSource. I can have this box right here, and I can have that box over there. And so what we want to do is we want to put FilMIC Pro in that box over there. And in order to do that, why I have this open, so this is kind of a cheat, but I'll show you. You just go up here to palettes. Here's the SuperSource options, and you can see box 1 right here is my camera. That's the 5D Mark IV. Then if I click on this box and go to box 2, you can see it is my laptop. And what I want it to be now is my ATEM Mini Pro, because my ATEM Mini Pro has extra inputs, including my Apple TV in it. And we're going to bring it in now through channel 3. So this is really channel 3, but I have it titled ATEM Mini Pro. So if we click on that, there you go. You have FilMIC Pro up there. And that's kind of a demo of why I think SuperSource is so important. Now we're going to do one more thing. Let me switch back and show you this. We'll go back in here to audio, and I'm going to enable mic 2. Looks a little hot. Let's turn that down a little bit. So now I'm on the lapel mic. It is quite hot, so I'll try not to talk that loud. Let's go back in here and change box 2 back to that. So this is a look of the new interface for FilMIC Pro version 7. And so it is a complete rebuild. You can see the audio levels are on the right-hand side. Now I'm not moving audio through here, but it is picking up my microphone. And so I wanted to be able to just turn here a little bit and focus on FINIC. So let's get some light here on these guys. And now we'll bring them in to focus here. So basically you have all of these features now. So I can tap on the top here, and I have the ability to go through these different settings. So I can now adjust my cameras with the bottom left-hand button. So I can pick which lens I want to use. That's a nice feature. And then I can just use my finger as well if I want and go really wide. And then I have the ability to put focus as well as my light levels right there on them. And again, I can then come in and get closer to these two guys. And then next to that, I have the ability to do remote control. And one of the things that you can do with FilMIC Pro is use some of the other plugins, and then you could monitor from a different monitor. And that's a cool feature. I'm not going to demo that tonight, but that's what that is. And then if I tap on the time code here, then I can also get both of these up as well, so I can check how my exposure is. And I love to be able to check out how things are going and not just have that. So that is new as well. If I hit this little arrow at the top, it closes that window on the top. So one of the features that people asked for that was really important to them is the ability when you're shooting with FilMIC Pro is to see what you're shooting as. So there you go. I'm at ISO 95, 1/120th. I'm shooting at a Kelvin temperature of 4195. And so you can see everything's there that you may want to see while you're shooting. And if you don't want that open, you can just close it like that. And then on the top left, you have the ability to decide how you want to get your lighting, set your ISO. So I can do it with the reticle. I can do it with center weight. I can also go manually. So I have now the controls on the left and the right to be able to set things manually. So I can obviously go over here and go back to 1/160th or back up to where I was. And if I don't want to mess things up, I just go back to being able to drag the boxes around. That gives you the ability to set colors and things or the lighting the way you want it. And then I can just tap on the screen to the left of that and it will go away. So I'm just tapping on that. So then that's the ability to change the lens, then the ability to do remote. Then I go over here and now I have the ability to do some other cool things all built in. The reactive is a feature I'm still learning about. We'll talk more about that in the future, but then you have zebras, then you have false color, and then you have focus peaking. So now you can see how nice it is. This app really gives you some control of your smartphone, and I absolutely love it. So again, we'll tap off the screen, and then I have the ability to play on the bottom right whatever I have recorded. So if I go ahead and hit record, I will be able to play that back. If I'm recording, you have the option to record into the app, and you have the option to record to your iPhone. So obviously you'll have to record to the app if you want to play back, or you'll have to open up the photo video app in your phone to play your videos back. And typically I record to my phone. Tonight I set it up a little bit different just so we could talk about it in this live stream. So also up here on the top, you have the settings section. I now can assign a special button to any one of these setting items. So we'll click out of that, go up here to that button on the top right, and it is set up to play back the last clip. If I don't want it set up to play the last clip, then I can just hold that down with my finger, and now I can decide which one of these features I want to add to that special button at the top right-hand part of the screen. So if I want it to be the manual mode, I can. So I can change that and get out. And so now you can see in the top right of the screen, I can go into the different types of manual abilities just by the tap of the screen. So now you have an assignable button on the front. I wish they had a row of 3 or 4, but I'm sure that's going to come with a updated version of this app. But I love that feature. So also up here on the right, you have the audio. And so I can check on the audio gain correction. I could turn that off, slide that over. For some reason, it's not sliding over right now. So we'll just leave it for right now. But that's that setting. And then I also can click over here on the audio meters and change it to a more professional looking audio meter. And that's another feature I really like that's available in this app. And then the only other thing I haven't done yet is hit record. So let's go ahead and record now these guys, and you can see those two center icons turn red. As you can tell, now you're recording, plus you can see it's a square button on the bottom right-hand side, and now I'm done recording. And then if I had not changed my button up here, so let's change that back to play last clip, click out of it. Now I'll hit that button on the top right and it will play the last clip. So there we go. And while I'm screencasting, evidently I can't play that clip back. And back into focus. So I love the ability to program that button, and if I wasn't screencasting right now, it would have played back the last clip, which is great to make sure that you got that shot. That's probably the button I'm going to be setting up there. Unless I need to go into manual mode, that may be my other second choice, but for whatever reasons, they have that ability. And just go through the settings here. You have the video choices here. Now it's designed into encoding and frame rate. They're all on one screen now. Audio settings, you can go through here and choose which mic you're using. So also the type of recording you want to do, what hertz you want to record at. Then you got hardware choices. I can use this with my DJI Osmo Mobile, so that's great. And you have other options available that this will work with. Then the type of devices. So there's where I can change the orientation lock. I can go into the remote control settings, and then I have all of these areas in here. And if I want to save to my camera roll, it's the very top. So that would be everything video would go to my camera roll and set it inside this FilMIC Pro version 7 app. So got orientation lock, got dropped frame indicator, stitch record footage. Then you have presets right here, syncing presets. So I can sync to a web-based situation, so I could share the video with someone else and or edit it on a different device. So I could sync that. Stabilization settings, so I can go through and set it up with the different options that are available in my phone. Then I have the different CMS and settings for frame.io. So again, it will integrate. Then I have the guides, and I can turn on the guides or turn the guides off. So we'll leave those off for right now. And then information, tutorials, all of that, what version is right there in the menu. And so there is my PC and my desk. So if you're wondering what I'm using, there is my Rodecaster Pro. There is my Stream Deck, my HyperDecks. This is the Raspberry Pi that I built right there. And I have my old HyperDeck Mini right there, my HyperDeck Shuttle. Obviously, this is the wheel that controls my BenQ monitor. And there is my BenQ monitor divided into 3 screens. And so that is enough of the desk tonight. And then one of my favorite all-time apps, not on my list tonight, is Mix Effect, and runs on the iPad. And I have the macros open right now, but I could change to any one of these different deals. So got macros open. Actually, I have the whole switcher page open tonight. So there's the HyperDecks. Here's the different switchers and transitions. And I can just scroll down here back to macros. Or I could just click on macros and then just have my macros open. So now, the nice thing about this app is that you can do clean HDMI out. So I could be showing you a clean screen. In order to do that, I have to disconnect from my Apple TV after I change the settings in FilMIC Pro. So let me know in the chat if you want to see that work. But again, trust me, it does work. I did test it. And as long as you have your phone set to be able to automatically tilt and it's not locked in the settings, which happened to me last week in my live when I was using my gimbal, then it'll go either way. It'll go to portrait as well. So if I turn it over to portrait, then the other thing that's nice about this layout is the layout changes. So it's more intuitive for portrait mode, and I think that's really cool as well. So that's the way buttons and things are laid out when you are portrait, and that is the way things flip and turn when you're landscape. And you can tell it uses the perimeter of the screen to be able to put some of those things on there. And then the last thing I haven't tapped is the bottom left-hand section, and that gives you the ability to do the other features, white balance, and all of that. And I think it's all included in the new Pro version. I'm not quite sure, but I purchased a lot of this in my old version. Now, what happens if I want to go back to my old versions? Well, I haven't found it yet, but they say in the settings I can change it back to version 6 point whatever, and then not pay for the new FilMIC Pro app. But I can tell you already, I really, even though I was irritated when they told me they were going to a subscription, either monthly or yearly, I was irritated. But I have to say now that I really, really, really like what I see. So anyway, so let's go back to my camera. Am I in macros? Yes. So let's go back to, where is it? Me and my logo. There we go. So that is a look at FilMIC Pro version 7. Let me get out of screencast mode here so I can take a look at your guys' questions and put chat back on the air here. And let's rock and roll, and I'll try to answer these as well. Most of what I learned about this app is in the video that I linked in the description tonight. So as soon as we get off the air, watch that video, and you're going to learn everything that I learned as they release their intro to version 7 video, and that should help each and every one of you guys out. So let's bust through the chat now. That's really cool. I'm glad you're learning on my channel. That's my passion, is to train people and pass on the knowledge. I learn all the time from other people, so I appreciate that very much. I think so, Incom Black. I think you can use Chromecast to cast your phone as well. I haven't used it, but that's what I hear. Aaron Precky has used Chromecast in his studio. Now he's using a ability to send the signal over IP, and then he has a decoder that he then broadcasts. And I'm not messing with anything like that. It's above my head, but I sure enjoy watching Aaron Precky's live streams. If you didn't check out his live on Sunday, he does have this ME4, and talk about crazy. 2 super sources, so many channels. He did a wiring diagram, so check out last Sunday's, day before yesterday's live stream with Aaron Precky if you'd like to see the new ME4, which he has had on order for a long time. He's been demoing the ME2. And if you know what that is, Blackmagic Design came out with a new updated rack-mounted version of their switchers. They have 3 new versions that they came out with. So they do not have streaming and they do not record. So what Aaron did is he bought the new SDI Mini. So it's got 2 outputs and 4 inputs, and that's what he's using to record certain cameras only. So he's got that big ME4 with all of those inputs and all of those outputs, 40 in, 40 out. Some of them transfer audio, some of them don't. And he talked about all of that. He is only going to use that little mini SDI ATEM to capture and record for. Now I use the extreme ISO. It will record all 8 inputs, and I'm not planning on ever going backwards in how many inputs I can record. So what is that orange drink? So this is like a Crystal Light mix, and the cup is orange, and that's all I know. I can't remember the brand, but I'm all out of my Costco drinks, which is a sparkly sugar-free drink I drink all the time, and but that I think is some type of sugar-free drink. Good to have you tonight, Doug. Thanks for saying hi. It's great to see you all the time. I think that's what Aaron Precky is using, is NDI. How much does FilMIC 7 cost? Well, if you already have it, I think you get like a $8 or $9 discount. So I think it was like $32 for a year. It was like $7 or $8. I don't know. I can't remember. I apologize. Let's look it up right now. That is a great question. I should have been better prepared tonight. So let's go FilMIC Pro V7 subscription. And again, if you already have it, it is discounted. What do we have here? See if I can find it. So far, it's well hidden on their website. Let's see. Yeah, it does not say. If I remember right, it was like $32 once you've already subscribed. I will find out exactly, and I don't think that it's inside my app now. I'm just going to get billed if I keep it past the basic time. Let's see, terms of service. You see if it will tell me anything here. It's a long legal form. I also use an app called Double Take, which I really like. Uses your phone so you can shoot from both sides, so I could be shooting and be in it at the same time. So that's really cool. So it uses both sides of your phone at the same time. Purchase codes. Yeah, they're just not posting a price in here. It pops up after you download the app. So you can download it and use it for free for a short period of time. It does load in a version 7, but supposedly, according to what it says right when you get invited to subscribe, it gives you an option to not subscribe and use a trial. And it also then tells you the price. So if you'd like to see that and you already own it, go ahead and download it. Either way, it's going to offer you to subscribe or get a trial. So, and kind of like my Adobe Premiere subscription, we'll see. I didn't want to add any more subscriptions, but I do like the app that much that I'm probably going to roll with it. It's good to see you, Doug. Hi. Oh. Thank you. Lose this for now. I don't think I need any more. I'll leave it on. Both mics were on, so rookie mistake, in case you're watching, which you guys all are. That's what I saw right there from Joe. Thank you, Joe. MCOM says, after I emailed you, Keith, I pulled the trigger on an ATEM 2ME Constellation HD, and yesterday I gave up. I finally just pulled the trigger on a Mac Studio Max 64 gigabyte, 1 terabyte. Just to get to ProRes. And yes, the ME looks insane. So $299 a month. It looks like that's what the subscription is, or you can do a year subscription. So I would say if you're going to be shooting a lot with your phone, we'll get to our top 6 gift ideas that I'm going to suggest for this season. And we'll talk a little bit more about how often I will be using my phone. And thank you, Freddie. Please hit like. And if you have not subscribed, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this after it was live and you couldn't chat, why it was live, it's because I do have subscriber-only chat set up, and you should be able to chat a minute into subscribing. So please join us and be a part of the live streams. I do have some plans to make some changes in 2023. They're all exciting changes. I do want to use both my my studio as well as my garage. So working out the details of that. We'll be talking a little bit more about that. The reason I want to use the garage is I do want to do more photography and videography training on my site, and it just gives me the room to do more like training, and we'll do some more green screen stuff. We're going to do some fun green stuff in the post-show green screen stuff with Ratso, which should be a lot of fun. I want to work on a set during my break in December that I can then use for Ratso. It will be fun. So that's all coming in 2023, and we'll talk more about that. And I am going to have a playlist in 2023 for my Ratso videos, some of the shorts that I'll be editing out. If you'd like to see some of my fails at bringing the puppets back out, you can do that, but it'll be lots and lots of fun. And there was a slight delay between the two microphones, and I'm sure that's hilarious. So I'm just going to set my perfectionist down and pretend everything is going smoothly tonight. Okay, I don't have any fancy timestamps, but let's get right into tonight's 6 gift ideas. And all of these have to do with things that I'm using or about to use. And so what I'm going to do is open up my slideshow here. It does automatically load in a still here. Let's find it. slideshow. There you are. And there we go. So the first gift idea, let me pull this back over so I can pop these slides in. The first gift idea tonight that I really want to recommend is, I love the Elgato Key Light Mini. I have it right here as a hair light. You can see it on my hand. I have it in frame tonight because I wanted you guys to be able to see the light, and I can zoom out a little bit more. I have it mounted above my head and it just provides a little rim light. But I love this little light. I see it on sale all the time recently. I think it was actually on sale for the Black Friday. But it hooks into a Stream Deck so that you can do settings. You can change color temperatures of it. It doesn't do colors, but it will do different color temperatures. So if you want it more warm or more cool, and I'll be using some cooler settings going through the winter time just because I like the look of it, and it'll change some of the lights behind me to blue. But this would be one of my first recommendations. I like it because it's got a battery in it, so I can take it off and use it as a camera light. I fully intended to take this light with me on my trip, and so I had not taken it down yet. I had it charging, and you can also go in and bypass the battery when you're just going to keep it plugged into a USB-C port all the time in your studio. But again, this is a great little light. I'll go back in here and show you the side again. So you have those buttons on the side so you can see the USB-C port. You have a reset at the very top. You can then use the little dial to make changes in color temperature. And then you also have the on and off button. You also hold that down. And there is a little light as well on this side of it that lets you know that it's trying to connect. And then you just go into the Stream Deck and you can actually connect this light. So I have a key light right here and a key light right there. And then my son has two key light airs in his studio and a Stream Deck. And I just love the ability to use these lights inside my studio. Now, if you really want to go pro, you probably want to do soft boxes. And I do have soft boxes in my studio. I can't get any wider on my other camera or I'd show you guys those. But this is a great gift idea. It's one of the less expensive ones I have on my list tonight. Again, it's called the Key Light Mini. I have a whole video here on my channel where I showed it and the Key Light Air, as well as the Mini. So I love this little device. I get excited when I talk about it. Again, it's going to be probably mainly a in-studio light because you can use it in the studio, but the fact that it has a battery, the fact that you can bypass the battery so you're not always using battery in your studio, is a great feature, and they've done a firmware update and seems to work pretty well. You do probably want to have a network hub in your studio because it does connect wirelessly. I am going to be adding a Unify little wall mount extender here in my studio because I'm on a Unify network wirelessly in the house as well as wired. And so I do want to have then a wireless hookup inside this room just to isolate some of the devices that I have on that particular wireless modem. But again, if you just have wireless in your house, you can hook it up that way and use it remotely with your Stream Deck. And I love to be able to have all the lights turn on, all the lights turn off with one button on a Stream Deck, and you can't beat that. So that's item number one. And then I'm going to follow that with item number two. And I've talked about this item on the channel before. And that is, I'll call it a sister product. And that's the light strip. And the cool thing about the Elgato light strip is they have an extension. And now they have a kit with different angles so that you can go around a corner. I love that. I love these lights. I love the fact that you can also program those in, and they're right over my shoulder right there, going all the way around my corner shelf. So that corner shelf right there is completely surrounded. It takes a light strip kit and then an extension to get all the way up and over down the other side. So that is another great device. And I like the fact that I can change the colors of those to anything I want, and it's accenting my corner shelf. And I really highly recommend these lights as well. It's a good little kit. And then you can, again, add the extension on it if you want to go longer, but it also connects wirelessly. You plug it in a wall outlet, run it wherever you want to run it, under your desk, around a television set, around a corner shelf, on a shelf, above your head. You could do that and use the Elgato key light. So it integrates with the Stream Deck. That's one of the reasons I like it. There's other lights that you can integrate with the Stream Deck as well. But this kind of is in the family of Elgato, and I really like Elgato equipment, and I, again, highly recommend these. I will have links below. This kit is, let's go to Elgato's site right now. And let's go to the store. Lighting. And let's change here to me and my laptop. There we go. And its light strip is $39.99 right now. And you can see all about it here on their site. It's a cool little device. So there you see them using it with a Stream Deck, and that's really cool. So there's the Key Light Air that my son uses on his desk. That's not on my list of recommendations tonight, but there is the extra 2 pieces that you can get. So you can get the kit to go around corners, or you can just get an extension or get all of it. I really do think it's a great little kit. So there's the prices. Light strip is $40 right now. You can get the whole strip kit for $19.90 and the extensions for $30, which basically doubles the length. So again, Elgato makes good stuff. I like its quality. Sure, you could buy cheaper lights at your local hardware store, but will they be as reliable, and can you integrate them with a Stream Deck if you do so go out and get a Stream Deck? Okay, so that's that item. So that takes us to item number 3. And item number 3 tonight, let me go back to slideshow, and we'll drop in, again, item number 2, item number 1, and this is item number 3. I absolutely love my DJI mic kit. Now, I'm probably not going to use it anymore, so I'm going to pull it over here. But the fact that you have this tiny little receiver right here in my hand, and I can drop it right here in the box, and the microphone in the box, they automatically link, they charge in here. Now, you do have some wind screens that go on them. They go inside the bag, and it comes with this bag, and then there's a charging cable in here. And then I was plugged in tonight with this little adapter, and this will plug into your camera. And one of the things I like about this too, this is going to be my major microphone when I went to Dallas, Oregon. This little clip on the top can be replaced with either Lightning or USB-C, so you can plug this in the side of your phone and then have a lapel for you and a lapel for a guest. But also, this will go right on the top of the camera, and then you can come out of the out into your camera, lower the preamps in your camera, and raise the preamps in this, and you can get a really good quality audio recording using the DJI mic, and I think it sounds great. So not only will it integrate with your phone, not only will it give you two microphones so you could have an interview with your phone, smartphone, using an app like FilMIC Pro or whatever app, or even the native app in your phone or an Android phone using the USB-C lightning port. So again, the bottom clip comes off and you can take that off and put in either one of these lightning adapters that are in here. And I have lots of DJI stuff and I absolutely love this. It's not inexpensive, but I do think it's worth the kit because it's super light, super portable. And also, if you're going to do some gimbal work, which I was going to do some DJI Ronin gimbal work, this was going to go on top of my camera on my gimbal, and it's so light, it doesn't do anything really bad to balancing, and it's so tiny that it's pretty good at clearing the gimbal. And so then you just plug out of it into the side of your camera, and now you have a wireless kit. So I was going to be able to have two people on camera doing gimbal movement, and I was going to be able to go from one rep to another rep, and then we would pause, change microphones again, go to another rep, and I was going to be able to get all 5 reps done using this kit, and I was pretty excited about that. So the other thing too is that both of these have the ability to record inside them, and I have a video again here on the channel about my DJI mic kit, and so I absolutely love it. Again, it's in this nice little case. You can see the size of it in my hand. So this kind of goes in the bag, and it goes in the backpack with me every day when I travel. And again, it also comes with the windscreens with a charging cable, and that can just go in your backpack or go in your briefcase or in your car console. And then you have a wireless mic kit with you all the time. Though I would not leave this out in cold temperatures. I would try to keep this as well as room temperature as you possibly can. And I've seen this on sale as well, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of deals available if you just stay tuned to what's happening around you. Okay, let's just stop here for a minute and see what's going on here in the chat. So let's go back to this camera. Not that camera. I wanted the other camera. How about that camera right there? So let's put chat on the air here and let's catch up, and then we'll continue our list for you for the holidays. Come on. Okay. Willie Howe, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Someone said your name, and just went down to see. I think I already said hi to Stop and Think. Maybe I did not. To get back up here. Joe says Willie has 70K subscribers, so I appreciate you being here. I will be checking out your channel right after. Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, you got the attention of the crowd, so go over and check out his channel. Let's see. We're going to talk about some more stuff here. Willie says, how would I rate the DJI mic, the wireless Go? I never bought a Go, though I am a Rode fan. I have a Rode shotgun microphone. I have a Rode little powered microphone condenser that I've used in my recording studio. I love the Rode stuff. I even have some other Rode microphones, but the reason I did not get it is because I never really wanted one. I was really looking for a dual kit when I was shopping, and then Deity came out with their dual kit. I purchased that. That kit is right up there. But it's so big and bulky that I went for the DJI mic after I listened to a bunch of people online. So I think it sounds really good compared to what I've heard online, but I have not done an A/B comparison. One of these days I probably will, because so many people have invested in the Rode Wireless Go microphones. I have the Rode Lav Plus mic. So don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Rode fan, but I'm also a very big fan of this mic kit. I think it's because when they came out with it, they pretty well had the case dialed in, and so that captured my attention. Okay, so Willie said a couple other things here. I think you're talking about comparing the Elgato light strip to something else. I must have missed that. These are WYZEOEM. Are they XD? I don't know the answer to that question. So, okay. Just kind of catch up here in the chat. Sorry about the hole in your wallet. I have one in mine too as well. It's cool that you were looking for that exact DJI mic kit. If you have the funds and you have the budget for it, pull the trigger. It is well worth it. Doug shouts out Willie. So you have some fans here. So I'm honored. Thank you for coming out tonight. A lot of these guys know you and have checked out your channel. I apologize. I probably have tripped across it many times, but I am a little shocked to hear how popular you are. That's really cool. Willie's from DJ Ware's hometown, Peoria. Cool. Lots of things going on inside the chat. Willie uses the deity on camera. Love it. Let me grab that just so you guys can see it. This is my new Tilda Mirage cage. We've talked about that. Oh. Hopefully I didn't flash you guys' belly button, but this is the deity kit. Again, it's not on my purchase list for this year, but it's a great kit. This was also going with me, and always like to have a number of different ways to go wireless. And I also have the upgraded microphones for this, the Pro versions. It does come with some microphones. The Pros are a lot better. And again, it's a dual receiver, 2 transmitters, and it's good quality as well. I really like the skin color of the Pro microphones. And if I was going to do a professional wedding shoot, this is probably how I would roll. But again, on the gimbal, when I want audio, I will probably always be using that DJI kit. So we'll set those here. And again, I talked about that matte box couple times ago. So check that out. I'm loving it. It was going with me as well, even though it didn't look like we were going to do much shooting outside after all, if I'd got a chance to go to the Dalles, Oregon. So that's just a real quick look. Okay. So Hank Estaba Think says he has 2 key light minis and 1 key light. From time to time, the control center drops 1 light without warning. Anyone? Yeah, I have the same issue. I would love to complain about it, but I'm not going to because they usually work for me. I don't know what happens. It's almost like they have a occasional sleep issue, or it might be a power spike in the house. I have so many things plugged in this room. I think it just has to do with power fluctuation, and then all of a sudden they lose connection, All I do is close the software, open it back up, and 9 times out of 10, they reconnect automatically. So keep that in mind and make sure that you upgrade the firmware and upgrade the lights. But I do like them, and they do occasionally disconnect from the wireless network. So thanks for joining us. Stopping in, Willie, we appreciate it. There's a comment about the quality comparison of the two microphones. And then obviously Amazon Australia seems to have some issues getting some of this equipment. Oh, and Willie was on Tony's stream a few weeks ago. Yeah, so that's how he must have learned about me. I was invited to be on that stream and just had a crazy couple weeks and could not make it, but I was honored that Tony invited me to be on that show. I did watch that in its entirety. After it went live, I watched some of it live. So cool. Okay, so let's get back to the list here. Let me go back to me in the slideshow. We're going to rock a couple other items here and not keep you guys here all night. But next item is, I'm going to recommend it. It's my Skycam. So if you watch my intros, you will notice that let's turn chat off the air. I'm going to fire up my Skycam here real quick. And I can bring it in probably right now. Let me put chat on the air and see if it pops up there. Yeah, so that's my Skycam. And you guys have probably seen me. Now I'm using OBS and I have it in one of my keys so I can just pop it on the air. And I always shape it so I can put it in my intro video. But I can then bust around the studio and with that Skycam. And I have each of these set and programmed. My twinkle lights, my Voltec guy tonight, my BenQ screen with just the corner of my head in the shot. And then obviously mix effects, and I was showing off the Wacom One tablet and that. And then I can zoom out. So let's just go ahead and open this up and grab my mouse here. So I could zoom back with it right now. So that was a zoomed in shot, and I can move it around the room. I love the fact that this is a webcam, very high quality. It's not as high quality as what you can get with the new Elgato FaceCam Pro, but I love the fact that it's on a gimbal and it's programmable and you can move it around the screen, and I can take one of these with me when I want to go and shoot. So that's the Skycam. I do have the box right here. So this is my second one. I own 2 of these now. This is for me going mobile. And so I can pop this out, get out the USB-C cable. And it's just a tiny camera. USB-C. And it's, like I said, this one's ready to go. And I can use this on my back of my laptop. It does have the ability to hook it on a light stand or on a tripod. It also has the little leg and a lip to hook it on the back of a PC. And this could become a very good high quality webcam for live streaming or for recording or whatever. And I have 2 of these. One that's in my studio all the time, and then this one I can take mobile out with me. And we've unboxed this before, but pull this out, and that's the box. And then inside here, you basically have the nice long USB-C cable and all the other devices. And I would also recommend this. I think Instant360 is a great manufacturer. They're making some really cool cameras. I never owned one before, but I sure got excited when this camera came out. So this would be another recommendation tonight, and I will try to get some Amazon links, some sales on this, and I have them in the description by later tonight. So come back in the next couple of days and do some shopping on the channel. I sure would appreciate the support. So Insta360 Link, it is has the ability to track you. So like right now, if I wanted this to track me, let's go to this setting right here. See if I can get it to use my, right now it's not recognized. So you can do hand gestures. It has a whiteboard mode, so it also will shoot down at your desk. It times out and drops down, so it's not on you anymore. It points directly down. I'm using it right now, so I can't do some of the things. It's going into OBS, and so pretty cool little device. We talked about it here on the channel, so make sure you go check that out. Again, I absolutely love the Insta360. It is another great tool that's available to purchase and use for your studio. So you could go live from your laptop, Macintosh, or PC. You could use it with a regular desktop computer if you didn't even have a webcam. And I love the fact that it will do 4K. So when you're zooming in, 1080p is still crisp and clear. So you just set it for 4K, and then it is broadcasting at 1080p. So all of the zooms in and out look great. It will track your face. It will track your body. So you could dance in front if you wanted to. So I love the fact that it's on a gimbal and it can do all those great little things. Okay, couple more here to go. Let's drop in this next one. Let's see, where are you at? Okay, I love this little device. It's right here. It's the little Joby phone holder. I use it with light stands because these are so less expensive than tripods. So I always recommend my clients get one of these and a tripod, and now your phone can be used for you to go live. You just need to add a microphone. So you could buy like the Lav Plus from Rode, which plugs into the bottom of your phone and it's on a string, or you could get like the DJI mic and plug it in. But this gives you the mount, screws right on top of here. And you could also use it on a tripod. But once it's on here, then you can adjust it to portrait, or you can go landscape. It expands for all the phones, and they actually have a new version that has a cold shoe on the top, so you could get that version. But again, I always have one of these. I have two of these. The first one I wore out using it so much when I was traveling for Blue Dog RV, doing videos all over the country. I was using my iPhone on this kit right here. So this stand is a impact or a Interfit stand, and I've been using it for a long time. It's the heavy duty version, but you could buy one of these light stands for about, I don't know, 20 bucks and save a lot of money. And these, you're like $40 for this little Joby. I have a picture of it here on a ball head. We'll drop that on. So there you can see it in the portrait mode, and it flips over and you can do landscape as well. So again, that is another great device that I would highly recommend you adding to your repertoire, your toolkit. Now, if you don't have any light stands, you can get a light stand too, or you could put it on your tripod if you wanted to. If you have a little tripod, I have many tripods, but I love the fact that I can just keep these light stands in the back of my SUV, and then all I have to do is pull it out. It already has the Joby mount on it, and I could do a quick video. Always have my DJI mic kit with me. Always travel with my phone. So I literally could do a sit-down interview as long as the light's good, and I could have wireless microphones with a stand and have my phone all ready to go. In fact, that's exactly what I did when I did that interview with Jeremy O'Brien about flying a drone for the very first time. He let me fly his drone before I purchased my drone, and I did that whole interview using my iPhone, using that Joby mount on the light stand. He had a DJI mic on. I had a DJI wireless mic on, It was plugged into my phone with the lightning adapter, and everything came into the phone video. And when it was done, all I had to do is decide how I wanted to edit it, and I was ready to go. And I love things that can help you use your phone, which brings me up to the next item. And this is something I just added. This is the new DJ Osmo 6. And what I like about this little device, here's my kit right here. We've just talked about this last week, and I couldn't figure out one little item here, so I'm going to pop it out here real quick. So here's the gimbal. You rotate it out of the lock position. Let's go to the bigger look here. You rotate it in the back like that, it's locked. You rotate it out like this, it's unlocked. And then as soon as you tilt it up, it comes alive. And then you have a metal mount that goes around your phone right there, and it magnets on. So I could just simply, again, put this on. It has a little deal say facing towards the camera. So I just pop this on like this. And the other thing I like about this is how quick this can go together. There you go. My phone's on there. Then you open up the DJI Mimo app. So I'm going to go in here, open the DJI Mimo app. There we go. And then I can do video right now. Double click on it. It'll flip to landscape. And then last week I couldn't figure out how to use the button. If you click on it, it goes into focus mode. You click it again, then it goes into the ability to adjust the zoom. So I love this little wheel. That's why I upgraded, and great tool. It needs to be balanced right now, but you can see how quickly it goes together, and great stable video. And last week I had it locked in portrait mode, so I could go landscape right now if we wanted to. So let me click back into portrait mode. Let's go up here and screencast if I'm not already. Come on. Screencasting. Get back into the app. Okay, and I don't have clean video on. I apologize for that. But let's do this right here. And still not turning over for some reason. So there must be a setting in the Mimo app. But let me show you guys this real quick. Let's go back into me and the laptop. Let's change the input in Super Source Box 2 to ATEM. So there you go. And I could zoom around here, and you can see it's not flipping in the view for whatever reason, even though FilMIC Pro does. But I can also use FilMIC Pro. So let's close the Mimo app. Let's pop into FilMIC Pro. Let's turn this over. There we go. Ignore what it looks like. You're trying to connect to the Osmo Mobile. Connect. So now I have a gimbal, and I can go around my studio using the FilMIC Pro app, and I do love the way it flips. And then I could do clean out as well. So again, this is definitely something I'd recommend. I think it's like $160 for the gimbal. So great tool to use with FilMIC Pro with your phone. The only thing you can't do as of right now is I can't hook up my DJI mic. So this is great for B-roll. And and it's great for getting footage, but not necessarily for getting audio. I could use my Galaxy earbuds for a microphone connected to this. I've done that before, but again, that's the downside of a gimbal, is that you can't really connect to it. But I love the fact that I have the ability to do B-roll, and there's just so many things that you can do with this gimbal. I've had an absolute blast playing with it the last week since it came. And again, I purchased the case. It doesn't come with this nice case, but I would recommend this. And I've already have a link in last week's video to the DJI Mobile 6, and this is the 6th version, the most recent version. And I have my iPhone 13 Pro on it, not the Max. So again, this is a great, great item for you to consider having for whatever you shoot. And then when you're using the Mimo app, you can use the face detect and it will follow you. It does not have that ability when you're using FilMIC Pro, and you can see I'm in FilMIC Pro right now. So let's do this. Let's go back to me and the logo, and let's fire this thing down here. So again, to turn it off, all you have to do is close it up, rotate it around the back, and it powers off, and has a charging port right on the back. So you do have to use the Mimo app to get it fired up and ready to go, but then you don't have to be stuck using that app. You could use FilMIC Pro instead and have all of those extra cool features that we saw. And then it comes with the base as well, so you can set it up and have it facial follow you, and you could go live from your gimbal with your phone on it. And then I added this light that also has the ability to magnet on phone clamp, and then I can actually turn the light on. Has different color temperatures, 3 different color temperatures, and I love this as well for shooting in compartments or things like that, or if I want to have a light on me when I go live. And it's pretty bright. You can see how bright it is on my face. And off, back in the case, and that charges through USB-C as well. So I would highly recommend getting the gimbal, DJI Osmo 6. I had 5, I had version 1, so great, great, great item. So we have one more item to go, and we're going to get back to that here in a second. So let me get back to the chat. Put chat on the air here. Chat on the air. Oh, I'm on the air. Let's turn that off and turn chat back on. Okay, back to the chat here. Lieutenant A.K. Allen, congratulations. Good to have you here tonight. Ordered my Stream Deck Plus. Well, guess what? I did too. The cat's out of the bag. It is my final recommendation tonight, and that is the new Elgato Stream Deck Plus. And I have one ordered. If you have not seen that as well, let's just dive in. That was just a perfect segue. So let's do this again, slideshow, and let me drop that in right now. So what I like about this device, and the reason I'm going to recommend it, is I really think it's, for me, it's going to be great mobile. I've got my little camera, right? I've got my Insta360. I'm going to have a Stream Deck with me now, the Plus. Probably won't have it in the studio. May get to eventually, but this is going to go mobile with me. It gives me the ability to have some intuitive settings and things like that. When I take my little Keylight Mini, I'll be able to turn it on and off. So I'm really excited about what I'm going to be able to do with this device. And I do recommend it. It's got some nice little profile I think it's going to be a great tool to have here in the studio, and that is my final recommendation for this holiday season. So hopefully one of these 6 items will jump out to you. My bonus item then tonight would be FilMIC Pro version 7. Yep, that's my bonus. I do think this is a worthy app. I am going to be adding it to my studio. So these devices right here, I think are really good choices for this year. So hopefully you will consider grabbing one of these devices if you haven't already and adding it to your travels, because I really do think these are cool things that really will come in handy. They have come in handy for me. So all the way down to my bonus, which is FilMIC Pro version 7. It is subscription only now. You can't buy it outright, but I do think this is a option that we should consider. Those of us that are like me, that like gear, like stuff. Obviously I have my own business. I do consulting. I have clients that I teach live streaming to. I teach how to set up recording studios, mainly for them to do live streaming, but also I talk about different ways you can do that, like using smaller interfaces in your studio. But my main thing has been live streaming the last couple years, as well as I do photography and video production, but my passion is live streaming. I think our world is changing, and to be able to live stream is one of those things that's going to stay with us. It applies to Zoom meetings. Microsoft has its own tools, and can't remember it right now, but anyway, its suite of tools. You have Zoom and its suite of tools. You have Google Meetings. So having some of these tools to be able to use in your studio, and you could even use your DJI mic kit as your main mic in your studio, going out of the receiver into your laptop if you have a mic input. So this could be an option for you. I used it tonight to be able to cut to it so I could turn around and focus on these 2 little guys right here. So I hope that's been a good list for you. I hope that you've enjoyed tonight's live stream. We're going to take a few minutes to answer any questions you have in the chat. I'd love to hear what your recommendation is for a gift for 2022 before it ends. We have 1 month left, starting here very soon, just in a little over 48 hours, obviously, and it will be a great December, I believe. Hopefully, every one of you will have a great, great time. So let's turn chat on the air again here, and we will clear that. So I have the Stream Deck Plus coming, and I think, let's look on my phone here real quick. Stop screencasting here. I go into my Amazon account, orders. Arriving by 8 p.m. tomorrow. There you go. The Stream Deck Plus should be here tomorrow. Could have made it by today. We could have had it tonight. I could have unboxed it. But we will dive into that device next week as well in our live. That's part of what I have planned for next week's show, as well as we will be joining each other, if you want to be a part of that, in a big Zoom call. And I'm going to do my post-show live with those people in that Zoom call. We'll get a chance to interact face-to-face. For me, that will be the first time to have a post-show be not live on YouTube, but only be me with you guys live. So again, you don't have to worry about anything being recorded, because we're not going to push record for that event. It's just going to be a private gathering. And if you'd like to be a part of that, and I don't already have your email, there'll be a link later tonight that will say subscribe to my email list, and I will then invite you with a Zoom link for next Tuesday's post show. So we'll be live at 4 for our regular weekly live. That will be, everybody can join that live. It will be on YouTube live. It will stay on YouTube. But then after that, we're going to have our first ever post show, right? And we will only be face-to-face. It will not be recorded or live. So Joe says he loves the Insta360. Yeah, they have lots of cool products. I'm going to be looking deeper into their 360 cameras for the dealership I'm working with. We're looking for a inexpensive solution to put every single RV interior on the website with a 360-degree display. So we're diving into that. So that will be fun. Ecom, I have some issues with Razer RGBW key light using a louder deck CT. Well, louder decks are great. Can control it. As I live in the dark here, I need the red light. Yeah, so that's cool. That is freakishly good. I don't know what you're talking about there, but I'll take it anyway. Well, I want to look into this DJ Ware. So I think we've shared emails. I don't know yet or not, but I will try to go back and check that out. I've seen a couple cool things. Little, I think it was who was that? That was let's go back here. I'm trying to remember. One of the cool things that I saw last year was from Doug Force. I think you had the Star Trek transmitter. That was dope. So that was on one of your shows. So I think that video is available on your channel. Doug, let us know in the chat what the title of that video is. I know that you unboxed the Star Trek transmitter. That was so cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that video. Let's go down here. Lots of chat tonight. How much did you set aside for a streaming desk like mine? This was Costco. So I think it was like $300. My wife purchased it for me when we moved into this house. I didn't have a place really to hang my hat, and I had this as a man cave. So I really didn't have a computer station anywhere in the house. We didn't buy a big house. We bought a house that was just big enough. My son's in one bedroom. I'm in this bedroom. We have an upstairs bonus room that my wife uses for her midwifery business. And then we have our bedroom. And so Shannon bought me this desk to go in my bedroom. And it's great. This right-hand compartment pops up so you could stand with a laptop. I just use it right here in my closet. So I'd say $350 or so should get you hooked up. And I don't know what brand it is. I'll do some digging to see if we have any information on this desk, but it was available at Costco, if I remember, and she purchased it, and it went together pretty easy. I think it was in 2 major pieces with some leg supports. I think I built it in like 15 minutes, and I love this desk. It actually has a power strip in the back with some USB charging ports and a power strip that plugs into the wall. So great little desk. Great. I'm going to invite everybody I have an email on the channel that I recognize. So just again, subscribe to my Life Journey Productions contact page. The link will be below. This week, you have until next Tuesday, about 3 o'clock, if you'd like to subscribe, to let me know. And I'm going to send invites. Not everybody, I'm sure, will join, but that will be going on. I'll also talk about it in my live next week, so people have some last-minute options to join, and it ought to be a lot of fun. My wife has one of those Zoom accounts that lets me go over an hour. I don't know how long we'll go. Ratsa will be there. It will be a lot of fun. Okay, you are referring to the Instant 360 link in your comment early when I was not sure what you were talking about. So cool. How big is the desk? That's a great question. I do not have my tape measure, but I will measure it. It's about that deep on this piece, about the same depth on that piece. And again, it's a corner desk. So it's about 4 inches less than the width of my closet and about 6 inches less than the depth. So it slides right into my closet. Again, I took the doors off. I reinforced the rack on top. I'm literally in a closet. And then I have a packing heavy duty blanket I'm hanging behind this wall to cut down on some of the sound bouncing back. And that's it. This is a spare bedroom in my house that I turned into a man cave. The closet doors were on here when we use it as a man cave. But when I decided to move in here and make it a production studio, I took the doors off. They're in the garage behind the ice chest. So I still have them, not going to lose them. Okay, let me just see where we're at here. Looks like I've caught up with the chat. Just double checking, making sure I didn't miss anything that you guys said. Great. This was from earlier from Econ Black. Unify U6 Pro gets good range and will mesh. I think you guys probably already saw these. And I'm fully aware that not everybody makes it all the way through the live streams. Again, thank you, Freddie, earlier. And I do like the fireplace TV in the back. I have fire burning right now on my big screen TV in my living room. That's that shot that you guys saw during the intro reel, which is pretty cool. And then I have it in here as well, just adding some ambiance and cool. Well, I think that wraps up. There's probably other cool things that you guys said earlier. We've been going for quite a bit, so I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again to Life Journey Production Studios. If you are watching tonight and you haven't subscribed and you're watching this on my channel, please consider subscribing. Help me grow the channel. I will have some links to those 6 gifts in the notes tonight. So some Amazon associate links. I sure would appreciate those of you who click on those. You pay the same, but you also support the channel. Please like tonight. If you haven't liked the video, I sure would appreciate some likes. I don't normally ask for a lot of likes, but it does help build the channel. And I think this is a good quality list of gifts for the holidays. And I would love to hear from you. If you go ahead and purchase them, that would be really cool. Lots of people saying thank you. I'll put this one up from Econ Black. Again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Same to you. Always Freddie. Great to see you. DJ Ware. Awesome. Go check out DJ Ware's channel. All these guys. And you have a great night. So you guys make it fun. I hope I made it fun for you. And again, I hope you'll check out my video I will be doing this week. Uploaded video on the Stream Deck Plus as well. I can't wait. Probably going to unbox it as an uploaded video, and then we will talk about it in the stream next week, as well as some other fun stuff. Ratso will be here, so in the regular live for a cameo, and he may have some tricks up of holiday tricks up his sleeve. So hopefully you guys will check that out, and then more information next week about our Zoom gathering in the post show. So thank you so much. Can't wait to see you all again next week. Hopefully you'll have great weather and have a great time, and you had a great holiday. And on behalf of my family, the Bennetts, we want to wish you an amazing holiday season. Hope you had a great holiday, whichever part of the world you're from, however you celebrate. That's great for me. I just hope you have a great time. And if you are exchanging gifts this year, these are my gift ideas for you. So check those out and let me know in the future live streams if you purchased any of those items. I am Keith. Until next time, happy holidays. Peace.